Hello, thank you for watching the Public Speaking Lab video series. In this video, we will be discussing tips about developing a successful speech. Whether you are giving your first public presentation or are a seasoned public speaker, we have helpful tips for you. In this presentation, we will go over choosing a topic, outlining or writing the speech, creating your visual aids, and finally, the importance of practicing your speech. First, choosing a topic is one of the most important parts of creating an effective presentation. If possible, you should choose a topic that you are personally interested in. If you show your interest during your presentation, the audience will be more interested too. It is also important to choose a topic that fits within the guidelines that are provided. For instance, you should check how much time you have to give your speech. You should not choose a topic that will require 10 minutes to adequately explain if you only have 5 minutes to present. And most importantly, you should make sure the topic you choose appropriately fits the requirements of the presentation and suits the audience to whom you are presenting. However, sometimes your topic is chosen for you. So what do you do if you're not familiar with or interested in the topic, but you still have to give a speech on it? You should do some research and determine if there are ways to make the subject interesting to you. Or you could see if there is flexibility in the presentation to introduce elements of the topic that you are interested in. Okay, now you've chosen your topic. There are a few tips to keep in mind as you start to develop your presentation. First, allow yourself enough time to develop a successful speech. Don't start the night before. Second, research your topic. You should feel comfortable enough to talk about the topic and answer audience questions. Third, begin brainstorming. You could talk through the topic with other people, create a mind map or other visualization, or simply free write about your topic. Fourth, develop a set of main points that you want to include in your presentation. One helpful technique is to create an elevator speech where you have to convey your information in 30 seconds or less, about the length of an elevator ride. Another helpful technique is to consider the 3 main takeaways your audience should leave the presentation with, and structure your speech around that. Now you're ready to begin writing your speech. Keep in mind that this can take the form of a script or simply an outline to reference while you are speaking. Either way, you should keep in mind these 4 main points. First, organization. Make sure your speech flows logically from one idea to the next. Some common ways that people organize speeches are by order of importance or chronologically. The most important thing is that it makes sense for your topic. Second, engage your audience. Keep your audience engaged by using examples that are relevant to them. You could include a question posed to the audience that makes it personal to them. And you should always make clear why what you are saying matters to your audience. Third, clarity. Your presentation should convey your main points and ideas clearly. Keep it simple. A good way to ensure your presentation is clear is to run it by another person to make sure the main points make sense. Fourth, use available resources. Take your presentation to the Public Speaking Lab or the Writing Center to practice and get feedback from a tutor. Once you determine what you are going to say, it is time to develop effective visual aids to augment your presentation. There are several types of visual aids you could use and important tips for how and when to use each of them. First, a PowerPoint presentation. PowerPoints can be a great tool to help your audience follow your presentation and stay engaged. However, when you use a PowerPoint, remember to take a minimalist approach. Use minimal text and keep size and font consistent throughout the presentation. Avoid colors that clash or are too bright or too dark. And make sure that text stands out clearly from background colors of the slides. Animations can be used, but use them sparingly and only when necessary. Finally, use pictures and charts to supplement your text, but make sure they are all relevant to your presentation. Second, props. Sometimes bringing a physical item relevant to your topic that your audience can pass around can be valuable for bringing your presentation to life. However, you should ensure that the prop will not negatively detract from your presentation by distracting your audience while you are speaking. Third, posters. In some settings, like presenting scientific research at a conference, a poster is the customary visual to use. However, there are some crucial considerations when creating a poster. The title should be bold and clear. There should not be an overabundance of text because the poster should emphasize the main points of your research, not reiterate your entire paper. Affiliated organizations and references should be included on your poster. And finally, make sure all charts and photos are prominently displayed and have clear labels. For more information on giving a successful poster presentation, see the tutorial video on the PSL webpage as a part of the Public Speaking Lab video series. Fourth, handouts. These are great visual aids to use if you want the audience to literally take your main points home with them. They are particularly effective in cases when you want your audience to take specific actions after the presentation is over, or if you want to provide them with more resources to explore your topic further. Handouts could be used in tandem with any of the visual aids I've already discussed. No matter what visual aid format you use, the most crucial thing is that you can access it on the day of the presentation. Visit the room you are presenting in ahead of time and take note of what you might need to bring with you. Do you need to bring your own computer? Will your method of access be compatible with the computer provided? How will the presentation be projected, and do you need to bring any additional wires or hardware? If you have props, do you have a space or table to set them down? These are crucial considerations when choosing the best visual aid for your presentation. Now that you have chosen your topic, written your speech, and chosen the best visual aid format, the real task is at hand, actually giving your speech. And there's only one way to nail the speech delivery: practicing. You should practice your speech multiple times. Each additional time you practice, you will grow more comfortable with the presentation. You should practice on your own, in front of friends or classmates, and come to the Public Speaking Lab to work with one of our tutors. This will all help to curb anxiety and nervousness around giving your speech. I hope these tips have been helpful. Good luck with your presentation, and for more helpful tips on public speaking, please watch the other Public Speaking Lab videos uploaded on the ESF webpage. Thank you!